GDI tip grind part 2.
He was like overwhelming. Like I had missiles and he was just sending only bikes into my 2 missile squads and he almost fired the missile doing that.
3, 2,
Like literally just sending things that get hard countered and he almost fired the missile while doing it. And then he eventually gets to a cane. He eventually gets to an obelisk and a tech switch into Venom while spamming bikes at missile troopers. For a full minute he just spammed bikes at missile troopers and builds up enough money to go Venom and obelisk. It's just outrageous, man. It's just insane. Nod is so much better than GDI. How is Chuggy better unit than Bikes? Because the Chuggy doesn't die. The Chuggy does the same thing but never dies. You don't even spend money on it. You just make it once and just do exactly the same thing.
Unit ready. Yes, Commander. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Let's give him the bird. I'm in. Marching orders received. Razorback, copy that.
Defense online.
I'm a maverick of the sky.
Warhead launched. Unit ready.
Yes, Commander. Affirmative. We the best in the business.
Unit
Talk
lost.
to me. You can be
Defense lost.
go and bullet me. Squad here, sir. Razorback is on. Yes, Commander. Take us forward. March. Let's give him the bird. This is what's best in the business. To the danger zone.
Unit ready.
Ready to face the enemy.
Intermittent missile launched.
Runners hit.
You are victorious.
You shouldn't be able to push back missiles with just bikes. It's crazy.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
They should have 1 month of Old Liang so people can appreciate the nerf. Yeah. If we had Old Liang back, people would quickly realize that it's not a good thing. It wouldn't take long for people to be like, oh wow, I forgot how insanely annoying it is to have the Liang drone steal pads at the end of the missile. Because that really was absurd.
Moving out.
Unit ready.
For action. The mission is mission squad awaiting missions. Red mission squad. Riflemen awaiting orders. Awaiting report missions. Unit move out.
Building online.
Squad reporting. Awaiting missions.
Unit lost.
Ready to launch mission squad. You got mission squad reporting.
Unit ready.
Await missions moving. Mission squad. Stand talk to me. To the mission squad. Razorback ready. Awaiting. Get up. It's the gripping them up.
Sling. This deck sucks versus Sling.
I'm a maverick of the sky.
Unit ready.
Sling Shock is a nightmare for this deck.
Unit lost.
Commander. Well, this is it. Firing.
Unit lost.
Prepare for
Ah, why you not shoot the dog, bro?
Nuclear weapon launched. Unit
What does
ready.
GDI have that's good against
Major
these fortress
structural
decks?
damage received.
Seems like GDI just sucks versus this right now. Solomon. But then you're so, like, Solomon makes you so much worse versus everything else. Like, losing your commander power is a big deal versus everyone that isn't playing Fortress. But these MLRS slingshot decks seem really good versus most GDI at the moment.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Warning. Enemy ion cannon activated. Unit lost.
Predator cannon loaded. Predator mission squad standing by. Ready for action. Mission squad reporting. Moving out. Tank division. Predator
Unit ready.
ready to race.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Missile launched. Unit lost.
Pitbull in the dog, best in the business. It's the Pitbull of fight, bigger than my boss. Awaiting that'll blow up. Razorback, copy that. I'm a maverick of the sky.
Unit ready.
Yes, Tech Division.
Unit lost.
Big best in the business. Red, gonna talk to me. Let's get you the easy. Razorback, you can be Tank Division. Let's go.
Unit lost.
Predator hit. Squad moving. Predator. I'm a maverick. Predator cannon loaded. Predator, straight to the red wheel. Tank Division. Predator cannon loaded.
Unit ready.
Ready for it.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Tank Division. Lighten them up. You fight the squad. Predator. Easy pickings. Predator getting grinded. Predator. Lighten them up. Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Will rip yes to the danger.
Unit lost.
Predator.
Unit lost.
Predator. Rip. Dangerous. Light Predator en route. Going bullet strafing over.
Unit ready.
Yes, Commander. Take it. He's gonna invest in the biz. Copy that. Light the tank. Razorback ready to trade.
Unit ready.
What a grind, man. What a grind.
Moving now. Predator getting grinded.
Warhead cancelled. Warhead launched. Mission accomplished. New objective available.
Crystals are calling.
Building online. Unit ready.
What's up with the people who play Fortress with Solomon as well, by the way? Like, is that to win Fortress mirrors? I don't understand why you play Solomon with a Fortress deck.
Rifleman, reporting. Awaited battle. Rifleman, no pain.
The angle speed now of the drone will be okay? Yeah.
Unit
If the drone just moved slowly, it would be a big help. Is this guy one of the cheeses?
Unit lost. Building online.
Awaiting orders. Missile squad reporting. Missiles, let's go.
Unit ready.
Awaiting straight. You can be my wingman.
It beats Tech. Wow, okay. Is Tech a thing you have to deal with often?
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Oh, I definitely lose this missile.
Unit
There's no way I can get on the middle in time. Well, he's kind of...
Unit
I guess I can mohawk. Why is he... I feel like he fucked this up pretty badly. Why is he, like, letting me on the middle like this?
Warhead launched.
Yes, Commander.
Fortress can be very efficient. Right, but it's not like... Okay, even if you have infinite money, right? Even if you have infinite money, Solomon is not the best commander. Solomon is good versus specific things. It's not just good when you have cash. Like, there are a lot of decks, a lot of matchups where Solomon just sucks. Regardless of whether or not you can afford to use the Solomon, it's just not good. In a lot of matchups. So, just having money is not a good enough reason to use Solomon, I don't think.
Unit lost.
Like, there needs to be a thing you're trying to Solomon. Like, if you, oh, my deck is insanely bad against No Half MG, or my deck is insanely bad against Fortress, then, you know, you can play Solomon as an out. Much like Jade, Solomon gives you outs.
Unit lost.
I don't think just having money is enough of a reason to play Solomon.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Nuclear missile launched.
Like, we both played Solomon this game, and we just didn't have commanders.
Enemy base destroyed. Control. Three, two, one. New objective received.
Crystals are calling.
Building online. Unit ready.
Marching orders received.
Unit ready.
I'm on it. Rifleman, you reporting. Unit ready.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Leading the way. They don't stand a chance. Rifle, let's gun them down.
Unit ready.
Move out.
Obviously getting algorithm chat. Don't play against any Fortress decks when I switch to Solomon, never lucky.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Are you subs to Amaranth at the moment, great boy?
Unit lost. Building online.
Rifleman ready. Reporting. Alright, let's do this. Alright, let's do this. Rifleman, report. Blast them. Unit ready.
I too have a tank, and my tank is bigger than yours. You are subbed? I was gonna say, I think 2 minutes seems like quite a long time for you for Amaranth. And then I was wondering if maybe it was 2 minutes because of the 30-second ad time. But no, just straight up 2 minutes. Good for you, buddy.
Lost. Unit ready.
People here green. Predator await. People ready to fight. Taking them down. Gotta hit them hard. Taking them down. Will Pitbull and Burn. Alright, let's do this. Predator taking them down. Predator hit. Gotta hit them hard. Blast them. Moving up.
Unit ready.
Predator cannon.
Unit lost.
Let's do this.
Unit lost.
Dog fight. Predator.
What do I need to do here? I guess Razorback.
Dangerous.
Unit ready.
Ready to do the two. Predator. You gotta hit them hard. You can lighten them up. Gotta hit them hard. Ready for the easy pick. Yes, come in for my fight. Pedal to tank. Taking them down.
Unit ready.
Squad here, sir. Predator. Oh, this is what best and straight. Awaiting. Predator will rip through them. Lock and doctoring.
Unit lost.
Yes.
Unit
Oh
ready.
dear. You on the pad? You on the pad? Oh, close.
Cancelled. Ion cannon activated.
Ah, Iron Cannon off. Solomon is cheat.
You are victorious.
The Be Right Back screens don't do it for you anymore. The Grinder.
2, 1. New objective.
As we enter hour 3 of the GDI grind. The GDI grind is faster than, because we're doing it day 2, it's a lot faster. Because we're actually getting like decent medals from our wins.
Waiting orders.
But it still looks like, because it's GDI, it's probably going to be about 4 hours.
Leading the way. Rifleman ready. Reporting. Yes.
I wonder if I will make a YouTube video tonight.
We block that low. Rifleman awaiting orders.
I feel like I probably won't because it's so late already.
Unit ready.
Sucks for the YouTube audience though.
Mission is still closing. This is squad reporting. Unit, you got it.
Why are people so obsessed with Harvester?
Warning. Our base is under attack.
What's the deal, man?
Ready to launch. Mission awaiting forward. Mission squad.
Building online.
Mission squad reporting.
Why do people like put themselves so far behind to attack the Harvester?
Unit lost.
Like he's done this thing, now he has less money, he can't respond to my Razorback as well. What was the
Unit
point?
lost. Unit ready. Vehicle warhead launched.
Felt singular about it? Why? Singular already made up his mind.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
I wonder if there's any unit in the game as good as the attack type. Could well be the best unit in the game, honestly.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Yes, Commander. Mission squad. Best shoot. Navigating. Strafing targets. Copy that.
Unit
I think the chemical buggy is probably better, but I mean it's so good, right? Like the attack bike is fully insane. I was gonna Solomon and then I realized I did my own Mohawk, which is not great.
Unit ready. Nuclear weapon launched.
It's the thrill of the kill. Yeah,
Objective.
maybe disconnects.
Three, two, one. New objective received.
Crystals are calling.
Building online.
I expected deception.
Right, sadly do not have Solomon emotes, so not respond.
Infantry ready.
Unit ready.
I've played 0 matchups where I want Solomon since I switched to Solomon, which makes sense because to be fair, even before I was playing Solomon, the number of matchups where I wanted to play Solomon was very slim.
Unit ready.
Squad here, sir.
I guess that's the way of Solomon, right? Play Solomon so that you can beat specific things.
Lock at awaiting.
Most of the time you're not going to play those things, so you have to just decide if it's worth it. Like, do you want to beat those things badly and have to hurt yourself the rest of the time? What are we going to see? Flamers?
Move, move, move.
Unit ready.
In my sight. Mission squad forward. Mark. Open. Moving out. Keep fighting. Keep the low. That'll splash that sucker. I am infantry. I'm ripping him up. Let's get
He made too many wheels, so now he can't make the bikes. Like, he went 3 wheels, too many. Means the bikes are super late.
taking her there. Rifleman ready.
Well, he went straight into Stealth Tank. Well, I'm glad I didn't go Mohawk. I was strongly considering it.
No pain, no
Unit
That would have been horrible.
here, sir. Keep 'em heavy. A weak report. Talk to me. Mission. Unit Razorback. Keep fighting. I'm a maverick of the sky.
Unit
I
lost.
need Predator ASAP.
Building online.
Good iron cannon. I don't want to use up all my money.
I am dangerous. Let's give him the bird. The best in the business. To the danger zone.
I'm actually like ultra tryharding right now.
Talk to me. We'll rip through.
Unit lost.
Because I respect Fang as a human being and a player.
Missile launched.
Correct. You gotta hit him hard.
I was being really careful with my Razorback there.
To the danger zone.
Unit ready.
What? Yes, Commander. You can be my wingman. Predator, Predator, don't stand it. Predator hit. Gripping got Predator awaiting prey.
Unit
There's a
ready.
boatload of cash right now. This Razorback's been super efficient.
Unit lost. Ion cannon activated.
Leading the way. Let's go.
Not sure that was worth it. Maybe a little too early, honestly. It depends if it was economically backbreaking for him, which I think it might have been. Since he isn't making like a new stealth tank, I think it was actually pretty bad for him economically to lose that stuff. Which is why I fired off the iron cannon. I thought he probably couldn't afford to rebuild quickly.
Gotta hit him hard. We'll rip straight. Let's give him the bird. People here. Oh, Dr.
We got another one. I'm so rich. What would I use it on?
Missile launched. Enemy base destroyed. Three, two, one. New objective available.
Yeah, if he dodged with the stealth tank, which is
Building
possible.
online.
Like, he clearly was not...
Unit ready.
He was not selecting the stealth tank when I fired off that iron cannon because he was,
Reporting.
because he'd moved it forwards and then clearly was doing other stuff.
Unit
But if he had
ready.
dodged it, if he'd still been selecting the stealth tank and dodged the iron cannon, then the iron cannon would have been horrendous.
Infantry ready. Mission squad. Rifleman ready.
Yeah, yet another person who feels the lust for the heart.
Awaiting orders. Forward. March. Mission squad reporting. Mission squad. Got it. Awaiting orders.
Best use of iron cannon own base to establish dominance.
Mission squad.
Building online.
The problem with doing that, the problem with iron cannoning your own base to establish dominance is if you're winning, they normally can't see that you've iron cannoned your base, right? Or do they get to see it? I don't know. Can you see someone iron cannoning if it's in the fog of war? I actually have no idea. I've very rarely iron cannoned into the fog of war before.
Unit ready.
I'm a maverick of the sky.
Warhead cancelled.
Yes, Command Straight.
Nuclear warhead launched.
Yes, Commander. Ripping him up. Movement. Awaiting forward. Going ballistic. Copy that. Pulling a fight. Get up.
Unit ready.
Rifleman.
Unit lost.
Metal to the metal. A fight. Bigger than my boss. Okay, don't blast them. Leading. You the juice. Pitbull in the off pedal to the metal. Awaiting charge. Let it pull in it. Moving up.
Unit ready.
Tank rolling. Blast them. Predator cannon loaded. Pit bull in pedal to tank division. Gonna hit him hard. Open. Move up. Easy. Give him a hand. Moving. Unit. Lighten them up. Easy. We'll rip through him. Predator away.
Pretty tempted to iron cannon my own base now to establish dominance after you guys mentioned it. I don't know if he'll know though. It doesn't seem worth it if he doesn't know. Alright, here we go.
Cannon activated. Warhead launched. You are victorious. Three, two, one. New objective received. Building online.
This guy plays a weird deck, right? I feel like he plays double chem unit or something.
Unit ready.
Rifleman ready.
Oh yeah, it's a laser drone chem guy, you're right. He opened his barracks and then made laser drones. That seems kind of weird to me.
Unit ready.
Burning rubber.
Flamer? That's not chem at all, what the hell? I've been debated, chat.
Unit lost.
That flamer is a real problem for me.
Missile launch.
Yeah, I couldn't beat the flamer first missile because I'd gone War Factory.
Structural damage
Shouldn't have gone War
received.
Factory.
Unit ready.
I need Razorback to kill the flamer.
Unit lost.
A fight bigger than my boss. Infantry moving out. Rifle move.
Unit ready.
What a gigantic throw that was.
Yes, Commander. Infantry move out.
Unit ready.
You can be. Oh, we lost. Razorback ready to stray. Mission squad reporting. Splash that sucker. Rifle. You got it. Ripping him. He's below moving. I'm a yes, Commander. Mission on the move. Rifle moving out. Best in the business. Reporting.
Unit ready.
Pitbull ready to race. Reporting. Razorback. Copy that. Unit move. Pitbull ready for. I'm a maverick. Pitbull here.
Oh shit, here's a flame tank. Do I just ion that? I feel like if I ion this flame tank, I'm not going to have anything in the tank for later on.
Unit lost.
Like, I'll win this missile if I ion it, but then what do I do afterwards?
Missile launch.
I think I actually don't want to ion cannon it.
Unit lost.
Did he try to base kill me with it?
Unit lost.
What do you think the odds of that working are, dude? Second one,
Ion
I'll
cannon
ion cannon.
activated.
Didn't kill it. That's a
Our
field bad.
base is under attack. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Apparently we're going again.
Unit ready.
Should have iron cannoned it. Oh, I'll do it now.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Whoops. Just play!
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Oh no, why did I go to missile?
Ion cannon activated. Unit lost.
This game is upsetting me greatly, chat. I'm so dead. I'm actually like insanely dead, I think.
Unit lost.
Dude, he made like 4 flame tanks this game. It's so hard to kill a flame tank.
Missile incoming. Unit lost.
I fucked that up pretty badly. How did I lose first missile? Because he made a flamer. And I didn't have Razorback. Because I went Pitbull like an idiot.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Harvester ready for
Banshees were
action.
the real hero? How were Banshees the
Building
real hero?
online. Unit ready.
Rifleman
I
ready
feel like
to
Flame
move.
Tank was the hero. Flame Tank was the unit that won in the game for sure.
Unit ready.
I probably should have made a Predator tank at some point against the Flame Tank, I don't know. Talon would have wrecked him. It's a shame I haven't got Talon in my deck
Building
then.
online. Unit ready.
That's always the case with a tech deck, right? Any deck that has a tech unit in it, there's going to be something that demolishes you completely in the early game. If not just throughout the whole game. But most of the time, like, not everyone you play against will have that unit.
Blast them. Reporting. Pitbull in a green. Pitbull ready to fight. Pitbull leading. I'm on it. Blast them. Rifleman waiting order. Yes, sir. Pitbull ready for any reporting. Burn it.
Unit lost.
Give my fight.
Unit lost.
Moving. Enemy squad here, sir.
Nothing quite like facing a million bites.
Lock and load.
Truly this game has ascended to godhood now. Peak performance rivals right here. We're playing against 1,000 bike squadrons.
Unit ready.
Well, I can't beat Flamer First Missile. So, GG, I guess.
Pitbull in a dog fight. Listen, ready to run.
Building online. Unit ready. Nuclear warhead launched.
You can be my wing.
Major structural damage perceived.
You the Jew. Oh, we beat Pitbull in a splash. Listen, got it. Mrs. Squad, listen. The Razorbacks getting the bird.
Unit ready.
Pitbull, they're moving out. Oh, waiting. I'm a miss. That'll blow. Yes, Commander. Mrs. Squad reporting. Mrs. Squad, standing by. Going for doctoring. Strafing target. Splash that to the day. It's a group. You can be my wing.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost.
No, I didn't kill it. Ah, kill. Alright, there we go.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Missile launched.
Gee, a million bites. What a
Unit
surprise.
lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Looking for action.
Unit lost.
Razorback.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
I don't like it. Talk to me. People ready. Razorback ready to stray. Taking her there.
Ion cannon activated. Warhead cancelled. Warhead cancelled. Unit lost.
So many bikes. Yeah, I wonder what he's gonna make next. Is it gonna be a bike squadron? Hey, it's a bike squadron. And after that, a bike squadron? I wonder if this game continued what he would make next.
Unit lost.
Ah.
Objective complete.
Would you rather have bikes in GDI or pit in Nod? I'm sure we had it working for a while where music
New
would not go to the
objective
VOD,
received.
but game sound would.
Building online. Unit ready.
I don't know how we did it. Again, another bike rush? How is this real life? So many bike rushes. This is a horrible map to bike rush on as well. This is like one of the worst maps to bike rush on.
Listen, that'll blow up nicely. Unit ready. Awaiting infant. We'll secure the air. Listen, that'll blow up.
Unit ready.
Mrs. Squad reporting.
Harvester here. Moving out.
Listen, let's get up.
Harvester.
Of course it's Juggy. What else would it ever be?
Unit lost.
Green light. Awaiting. Got it. People. All right, let's do this.
Unit lost.
I believe
Unit ready.
this Chuggy should lose this fight. That's what I think should happen.
Unit lost.
I think Chuggy driving directly into 2 missiles in a row should lose.
Unit
It has Raider. I think if you don't use the Raider, you should not have an ultra strong unit. Raider is the best ability in the game, so if you're not even going to use it, your unit should be a lot weaker. Like Razorback. That's what Razorback does. Razorback takes like 4 hits when it tries to drive in.
Unit
I
ready.
think maybe Chuggy should be like that.
Nuclear weapon launched.
What about tank? What about tank? Chemical Wars, dude, I was so close to iron canning them, and I was like, nah, terrible idea. It's way too expensive to fire off an iron cannon to kill a single chem warrior. It's much better to invest my resources in getting the Razorback online.
Warning. Enemy carriers missile incoming.
I saw that coming as well, chat.
Ready.
Did you guys also see that coming? I was like certain he was gonna do that. I almost said it. I would have looked like a genius. Should have said it.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Ion cannon activated. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Nuclear missile launched.
Well-known base. I didn't have the money.
Enemy base destroyed.
We just carried on through the internet
New
hiccups.
objective available.
Crystals are calling.
Building online. Unit ready.
Like another dog shot.
Unit ready.
Ready for action. Missiles ready to launch. Rifle moving up. Riflemen awaiting orders. Move.
Well, dogs.
Unit ready.
Missile squad here, sir. Look at get up. Missile closing.
Wow, and turret. What the fuck? So aggressive, man.
Unit
I'm gonna go
lost.
Mohawk and I hope he doesn't have a slingshot.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Forward, march.
Unit ready.
Nicely moving. Yo, Missile squad ready to cut the air. Got it.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit missile launched.
Probably could have played that missile better.
Major structural damage received. Unit ready.
I don't think I had to lose that missile.
Unit ready.
Let's give them the bird. Missile squad moving. I'm going ballistic. Good. Nothing. They got a lock on me.
Moving out.
Unit ready.
Detective taking her there.
Maybe Predator's a mistake. Yeah, because he's gonna go air.
Best in the
You've seen that coming.
Unit lost.
cannons. Blast that stuff. Light them up.
Unit ready.
Burning Predator hit.
Warhead launched.
Bit hard to any other spot, I guess.
Unit lost.
In a dogfight. All right, let's do this.
Unit ready.
People looking for action. Yeah. People in a people.
I'll trade a Pitbull for an Orca here.
Unit lost.
Blast them. Predator, Pitbull in a dogfight.
Unit ready.
Ready for anything.
Predator, wish I could, sir. Talk to me.
More Predator, blast you.
Arr! Rotors, shooting from a tank division. I've got low credit. Armor, don't say Razorback. Predator, get tanks. You can be my wingman. Predator, I'm gonna hit him. I've got him. I'm gonna hit him hard. Mayday, mayday!
Unit ready.
Razorback, I'm a maverick.
Ion cannon activated.
Iron cannon and missile troop up. That's the world we live in.
Mission accomplished.
MG? Oh, really? I get to Iron Cannon and MG? That feels amazing.
New objective received.
Harvester ready to collect.
Building online.
Do I go missile first? Because they normally go dog first?
Unit ready.
Oh, you assume? Oh, bro, don't give me that nonsense. I thought you knew for sure. Oh, he did go dog first. Feels good, man. Yeah, I agree. McNeil usually means MG. Although it's not no half, because he'd have the MG by now.
Unit ready.
Mission squad, be still away. Mission squad.
Have the internet, same as always. Actually, today it wasn't so bad. We had 2 disconnects. Normally we get like a 30-minute period with a bunch of disconnects. We just had 2 disconnects today.
Mission squad reporting.
Sniper, this is not MG at all. You lied to me.
Mission squad, standing by.
Building online.
Alright, well, let's hope he doesn't have slingshot, chat, because my deck is fucking terrible against slingshot.
Back ready. Mission, let's
Just
go.
like awful versus slingshot.
Mission squad reporting.
Taking her there. Rotors hit.
Unit ready.
Mission squad here, sir.
Talk to me.
Unit lost.
The fact he has a pitbull makes me happy. It bodes well for me.
Awaiting.
Best in the business.
Unit ready.
Talk to me.
Mohawk ready to face the enemy.
Razorback ready to strafe.
Mission, we
Going ballistic.
No, chat, why? He just baited me into thinking he didn't have the sling. And then he slings me. What a terrible day this has been.
Weapon launched.
Do I just Iron Cannon this thing? That seems really dumb. I'm gonna get Predator tank.
Predator cannon loaded.
He surrendered, but I was actually not good in that matchup. Like, he was favored, I
You
think.
are victorious.
If he makes missiles with a sniper and a sling behind, I'm actually in trouble.
3, 2, 1. New objective.
What's my sleeping window today? I suspect I'll go to sleep.
Unit
I'm probably going to be here for another hour doing this, then I'm going to have some dinner. Then I'm going to debate whether or not I'm going to make a YouTube video. I should, but it's already pretty late, so I don't know if I will.
ready.
I think probably I'll get to sleep about 8 AM. That would be my guess.
Let's gun him down. You got it. Rifle reporting. Unit ready.
Unit ready.
Moving out. Ready for action. Rifleman report. We've got infantry ready. Rifleman ready. Move out.
Unit lost.
Move. Reporting. Unit ready.
Is that laser going to go to my harvester?
Infantry moving out.
Unit
I think we
lost.
can probably allow that to happen. Does he have Chuggy? Chuggy would suck for me. Venom.
Reporting. I'm on it.
He'll probably beat a Venom.
Unit ready.
Chuggy would have been the worst.
Rifleman ready.
Nuclear missile launched.
Let's gun him down. Reporting.
Is this the dude who made like a bajillion bikes against me? Although to be fair, who can tell? It's just all Nod players, right?
Time to harvest. Burning with harvester. Unit reporting.
How do you distinguish any Nod bike spammer from any other Nod bike spammer?
Alright, let's put it. Bow wow. Blast my bike. People ready to fight.
Unit ready.
Blast. Alright. Fight.
Rifleman Pito.
Blast. Pedal to the metal. Lock straight. Pitbull in a dog fight. Blast. Alright. Head people. Blast. Pitbull. Ready for any porting. Alright. Let's
Best in. Copy that.
people. Alright. Fight.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Predator ready. Take rifle. Move.
Unit lost.
How you doing, Bobby?
Unit ready.
I have a question for you, Bobby.
Ready for action.
If you don't feel like answering it, that's fair enough.
Tank division.
I'm just curious if you regret the like rage DMs you sent in Rivals,
Cannon loaded. Talk to me.
or if you're like, nah, man, those were totally justified at the time.
Predator.
Well, this isn't looking great for me, chat.
Unit ready.
Copy that.
Unit lost.
Tank. Roll. Ripping him up.
People here. What up?
Yes, Commander. Predator, best in the business.
Oh, maybe it's looking fine.
Missile
Yeah,
launch.
kind of close.
Unit lost. Enemy base destroyed.
I played MG a lot, but it was half MG.
2.
It's a tough life, but honest work.
New objective received.
You like those are Underlords?
Building online.
I played auto chess,
Unit ready.
and then I never really tried any of the other variations. I played a little bit of Underlords, but it's like, it was so similar, and I already knew what I was doing in auto chess. It's like, what's the point in learning this new game? It's basically the same as the one I already play. That's kind of how I felt about it.
Riflemen awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Leading the way. No pain. Move out.
So what's the deal with Ruin Co? What's he playing? Shock Dog. Okay.
Building online.
Did Ruin Co cheat this season? I feel like he did. Maybe I'm making that up though.
Unit ready.
Shouldn't be a hater without the proof. Hope he hasn't got a slingshot. Most people don't play slingshot. Aww. Sad. So sad.
Unit ready.
Yes, Commander.
Why you gotta be a slingshitter, man?
Yes, Commander.
Unit ready.
Alright, let's talk to me. Razorback ready to strip. I'm a maverick of the sky. Going for the fight. Look at my boss.
Unit lost.
I'm on. Alright. Yes, Commander.
Probably could have won this missile if I'd played it slightly better. I think this Razorback could have gone
Major
left sooner.
structural damage.
And maybe got there in time. What else we got? I mean, we can't just be shock sling, right? We've got something else. Fred? Alright, Fred's as well.
Predator. Predator.
Keep losing to sling on these maps where sling isn't even very good as well. It makes me very sad.
Yes, Commander.
This deck is just so bad against slingshot. Like, it relies so heavily on its air.
Unit lost.
And the air does not beat slingshot, so it's just really bad versus slingshot.
Tank division awaiting orders. Ripping them up. Tank division. Razorback ready to strafe. Sides of armor moving out. Gonna be taking them down.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Rolling. He's gonna lighten them up. He's not ready for a haze. Hey, Fred, we'll rip tank.
Oh, he's Liang as well, isn't he? This is a really bad matchup.
For action. Line's gonna hit him hard.
Oh well, maybe we can Solomon a lot of
Unit
it.
lost. Ion cannon.
Find out.
Unit ready.
Nope,
Unit
only got
lost.
2 predators. It's not even that big a deal.
Riflemen ready to move.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Ready. Taking them down. Unit ready.
Might be enough tempo to win with a missile though.
Infantry ready.
Warhead cancelled. Unit
Game
lost.
wide.
Open fire. Open fire.
No! Oh my god! Dude, it's so hard to micro something whilst also blocking! Alright, I'm dead.
Unit lost.
I just can't beat slingshot. This deck just can't beat slingshot. Even with Solomon doesn't help. Can't beat slingshot.
Mission failed.
This is the problem, man. This is the problem. I play... Like, I'm switching to MLRS to try and beat up on, like, these Fortress decks, because all of my losses with that GDI deck are going to Fortress decks. Like, they're going to Slingshot. Slingshot Shot just beats the other deck.
Building online.
So I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to switch, but then I can't beat anything else. Like, for sure I'm going to struggle against a not aggro with this deck. Actually, maybe this deck will be fine against not aggro. I'll lose first missile to Seth, like, 100% of the time.
Ready.
There's no way I beat Seth first missile. Unless I massively outplay him. But then we can set up for, like, the missile 2.
People ready to bite. People reporting. People here, what up? Alright, let's people moving up.
Building online.
People ready to reporting. People in the
Unit
fight.
ready.
Settle down. We're here.
I don't like it. Fight. Niggas are
We're here. Cranking it up.
blast them, burning rubber. Alright, let's do this.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
You know, I actually might win the first missile. I think I played it pretty well though, not gonna lie. Depends when the Seth drill pod comes out.
Unit lost.
Oh, looks like we got it. Kind of surprising.
Launched.
Alright, so now what? Do I try and set up the MLRS?
Unit lost.
I guess.
Unit ready.
Pretty decent MLRS map.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Alright, let's do this.
Shockwave ready.
Here comes a tank. The MLRS will be good against that, hopefully. Move it up a tile.
Unit lost.
No, one tile, please. MLRS just here. Thank you.
Standing by.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Shockwave moving.
Lock out awaiting orders. This is that operation squad. Standing by.
MLRS set up. MLRS. Long range obliteration.
Building online.
On my way.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready.
We got this.
Unit enhanced.
We got this. This is gonna be flying out firing.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Alright, check the head. Ready for deployment. Long range.
Unit ready.
Shockwave. We got this. Shockwave. Where's the action? I can't pull up.
Unit ready.
Squad here, sir.
Lighting them up.
Unit enhanced.
Shock the goal. Reverse.
Unit lost.
Sorry.
Ready for action. Ready to launch.
Very nice.
Missile launched. Objective complete.
What am I gonna have for dinner as well, chat? That's an intriguing question. Maybe I'll have pasta.
3,
I haven't had pasta in a while.
1. New objective
What am I playing?
received.
Oh yeah, MLRS. Giza? Yeah, I mean Giza's having a bad time. Like, a lot of his assets have been frozen.
Unit ready.
I know Giza is like not keen on this war. He's like baffled that there's a war.
Building online.
Mission ready to launch.
I wonder where these bikes will go. Not my half? Oh no, there we go. Oh, thank God. For a second there I thought this guy had some common sense, but no. The lunacy continues. Praise be under his eye. I tried watching that, by the way, The Handmaid's Tale, which is, you know, got rave reviews and so on. I just didn't think it was that interesting.
Nuclear warhead launched.
I watched like a whole season. I just thought it was like not that good. It was a little overrated, to be perfectly honest with you, chat.
Rockets are ready.
Unit lost.
What's up, Brewing Code?
Unit ready.
Good game, man. I just can't seem to beat Shock Sling with that GDI deck. I've played it. I've played Shock Sling like 4 times today and lost all of them with that GDI deck. It just doesn't work without the Razorback. You just can't kill the shock troopers.
ML destruction. Just point me towards the enemy. Where's the capacity? Shoot at it. Long range of
Unit ready.
We've got long range of the
Ruinco, did you cheat this season with the Tib bug?
Unit
I can't remember if you're one of the people who did it or not. Where did you read news about situation in the world? I get most of my news from BBC.
Nuclear weapon launched. You are victorious. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Got it.
Building online. Unit ready.
Rato Saga again.
Unit ready.
What's the bug? There's a bug where you can get 750 medals on your first game of the season. Which a number of players have used this season. It's going up each season how many players use it. But for someone to claim it's not cheating is just insane. Like, save time to Road and Tiberium. Yeah, like, you can't be bothered, you're lazy. You're lazy and entitled, that's fine. That's a perfectly reasonable stance to have.
Let's
But to say it's not cheating is nuts. Like, it's obviously cheating. It is a bug in a game that you're exploiting for advantage. That should not exist. Like, so it is definitely cheating. I have no, like, I don't care if you're just lazy and can't be bothered to climb, that's fine. Whatever, but you are a cheat. And claiming you're not a cheat does not make you not a cheat. Most of the time people who cheat are doing it because they can't be bothered to win honestly. Which is what you're doing. You can't be bothered to climb normally. Fair enough. That's why you're cheating. But don't say it's not a cheat. It is a cheat.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
I'm on. Not gonna make what music? Awaiting blast them. Mission ready to launch.
Shot was off in the face.
Hold it. Green light.
Hey, cranky.
People ready for anything.
Unit ready.
Settle down.
Mission squad reporting. Mission
Shot.
awaiting orders.
Unit lost.
Mission squad. Pitbull in it. Blast them.
Is that obelisk gonna do anything?
Unit enhanced.
Probably not doing that.
Launched. Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1. New objective received. Building online. Unit ready. Unit ready.
People ready to bite. Supporting. Blast them. Pitbull in a dog fight. A fight. Give him my bar.
Unit ready.
Settle down.
Pitbull in a dog fight. People here, what up? Pitbull ready for anything. People.
Where's the action?
Put pedal to the metal.
You want to know how they do it? I'm sure there's a guide somewhere, or you can ask someone if you really want to know how to do it. But the more people talk about how to do it, the more it gets done. So that's why I'm not going to tell you how to do it. Not because I think you're going to do it, but maybe you tell your buddy, who also is curious, and then your buddy next season is like, hey, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to do it now. Why not?
Unit lost. Warhead cancelled. Unit
And then I've just increased the number of cheats by 1, which I would like to avoid.
missile launched. Unit ready. Major structural damage received.
MLRS. Packing up. Pitbull in it. Moving up. People ready to report it.
Pretty awkward map for MLRS, yeah. What else do I have for Scorpion Tank? Is it nothing? Just nothing, right? Like if I want to beat a Scorpion, I have to use an MLRS.
Let's go. Shot. We need the ball back. Just pointing towards the enemy.
Unit enhanced.
Where's the action?
I don't think he should be attacking my MLRS, like there's no need.
Unit
He
ready.
can just hold the other 2 pads pretty comfortably. Him attacking into it is exactly what I want him to do, because it lets it actually do something.
Wasting my
Rockets moving out.
Where's this is the strength?
MLRS.
Unit ready.
I'm in a lot of trouble because I've got these 2 one-man
Unit
squads,
lost.
Where's the action?
and we're approaching the end of the missile. I'm not going to have time to rebuild everything and get back on the pads. Yeah, it's looking pretty bad here. So again, he's like attacking me where I'm strong. It seems unwise. He's trying to go for an air flip. Nope. Okay. He's attacking me where I'm strong, man. Just go for the pads where I'm weak. Like if that Banshee hadn't gone bottom and where I had a Pitbull instead went top to the shots, what am I going to do about it?
Unit lost. Unit ready.
What is my air turret? Talon? It's not very helpful. Oh, I don't have enough ways to kill these tanks.
Unit lost.
There's more answers to tank.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit enhanced. Unit lost.
Shockwave Rick. Rolling. Music to my...
People ready to rocket. I can go
Pedal to the metal.
Yep. I'm dead. Can't kill the guys at the bottom in time.
Unit ready.
Can't push the tanks, man.
Our base has been destroyed.
How about a Reb Solomon? Dude, I am trying desperately to get to Tiberium in a reasonable time frame. So I really don't want to play decks that are going to give me like low win rates. And I think Reb Solomon is a particularly poor deck at the moment. I think it was always a bad deck, but I think it's exceptionally bad right now. So there's no way I'm going to play Reb Solomon. I had a normal deck with Solomon. I tried that, but it still didn't let me beat the Fortress. Like, it didn't let me beat the Slingshot Shock still. Even with Solomon, I couldn't beat Slingshot Shock.
Unit lost.
So I might as well just play this and accept that I will lose to Slingshot Shock.
Yes, it's gonna be a late one.
Yo, thank you for the Prime Pablo. I've lost a Slingshot Shock MSV like 3 times, and I've lost a Slingshot Shock no MSV once. Like, the deck just can't handle Slingshot.
Unit lost.
Because two range units that turn off a building are too much of a problem.
Unit lost.
Two range units are just not good design, really. Things that shut off buildings entirely. Like, I mean, GDI has 3 of them. GDI has Sniper, MLRS, and Slingshot. But I would say Slingshot is... If Slingshot kills your air units, your air units are worthless. And if it doesn't, then the Slingshot is worthless.
Rocket launched.
So it's the weirdest of the 3.
Unit ready.
It's the weirdest of the 3 2-range units. It used to be you could play Borka to beat that kind of nonsense as well, but Borka sucks now. I could play Borka instead of Mohawk, but then I rely heavily on my Predator, like way more than I want to. But maybe Borka would be better, actually. I'll try some Borka after this. See how it goes.
Unit ready.
The problem with the Borka is when you go Razorback, it's very difficult to then fight like fights, because you can't make a Borka, you just don't have money. You can't go Razorback into Borka, you won't have the cash to do that.
Defense online.
Oh, I see we had the same idea, friendo.
Nuclear warhead launched. Unit lost. Objective complete. 3.
I mean, it's too late now, Bobby, you have to do it on season reset.
New objective received. Building online. Unit ready.
Ready for action.
You appreciate my dedication to the viewers.
Ready.
I appreciate that you appreciate that.
Marching order.
Unit ready.
You got awaiting order. Rifleman ready.
Looks like another shock dog.
Missions ready. Report it. Mission. You gotta die sometime. Awaiting
But what's wrong? Why am I not playing shock dog?
Unit
What's
ready.
shock dog lose to? It just loses to Chuggy, right? Like, shock dog is just not good, not that good versus most Nod decks.
that mission. Let's get 'em. Awaiting infantry.
Shock Sling especially is like... Well, that's the other thing about Sling decks.
Unit lost.
The other thing about Sling decks is they almost exclusively are terrible against Shade as well. Because Shade is so good versus Slingshot.
Mission squad standing best. Awaiting the rotors. Mission squad. I got bogeys all up. I got movement in the pedals. You can be my wingman.
Unit ready.
Squad here, sir.
Unit lost.
Awaiting order.
Missile
Wow,
launched.
my missile didn't get to the top in time. I am
Major
surprised
structural
by this.
damage received. Unit ready.
Talk to me.
This is a good example of when I want the Mohawk as well. Like, the Borka is utterly worthless in this spot, but a Mohawk would have been really nice there.
Mission. Let's get 'em.
Instead I had to rely entirely on missiles, which is much worse.
Talk to me.
The Mohawk can ignore the shocks, which is huge, because the shocks can kill the missiles while the Razorback is shooting them.
Unit ready. Unit
The Mohawk
lost.
could kill the Pitbull without worrying about the shocks.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Yeah, missile Razorback actually is not that good versus Shock Pitbull,
Unit lost.
which is why the Mohawk is useful. So now I have to kind of lose. I'm now struggling against first missile against this, and then I have to go Predator tank.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
The Porker just makes the deck so much weaker in the early game, like so much weaker in the early game.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Defense online. Unit ready. Unit lost. Defense
That missed block
lost.
is game over,
Unit
right?
lost.
Is it?
Unit
Predator fire?
ready.
Yes, Predator fire just in time.
Nuclear weapon.
Right, I was close. Now here comes Porker to do nothing.
Unit ready.
Good job, Porker. You did exactly what I expected you to.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Am I hit as well? Bruh.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Harvester here.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Defense online. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Warhead launched.
Yeah, it's not good, man. The Mohawk's way better.
You are victorious. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Crystals are calling.
Building online. Unit ready.
Marching orders received.
I hope YouTube likes ladder games, because I have got a lot of ladder games coming up on YouTube. Didn't I see a unit here? What was it? Rifles. Why?
Unit ready.
Riflemen ready to move out. You got it. Rifle moving out. We've got this. Who are riflemen?
Building online.
Ready to run and gun.
He's scouting. He's scouting the harvester. Maybe he wants to see if I go double
Unit
half.
lost.
Predator.
Guess that's not completely insane.
Move. Riflemen ready.
Oh, it's Mutant Chuggy? That's not good for me.
Easy pickings.
That would be a classic example of a deck we do not beat first missile
Unit
ever.
lost.
Ready for act. Predator.
It's like 0%. Yeah, never, 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 never. Not in a million years. Maybe if I'd gone air instead. I thought I was being sensible by going Predator tank against the Chuggy as well, but nope. Just lost me the missile.
Major structural damage received. Unit ready.
But like I said before, how does GDI win first missile without Liang? And the answer is it doesn't. Like, it just doesn't.
Unit lost.
Liang steals was literally how GDI won first missile ever. Otherwise you just can't beat bikes in the early game.
Unit ready.
Splash that sucker. Tank division. Yes, Commissioner. Unit. Move. Ready for action. Rolling.
Warning. Enemy catalyst missile incoming. Unit lost.
Dr. McGee. Ready to run and gun.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
It wasn't even a big Jade missile, but just losing the Razorback is enough to kill me.
Unit ready.
That's all it takes for me to lose the game. Just, I don't have that Razorback, the game's over. I actually play Orca in very few of my decks in GDI.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
I don't even think Orca's that good, honestly, because it's so expensive and so inefficient versus bikes. It's incredibly difficult to get enough value out of an Orca to beat bikes. Like, bike spam just shits on Orca because they're so cheap.
Rifleman ready. Rifleman awaiting orders. Report. I'm a move.
Unit ready.
You got it.
What are the odds this guy's going chuggy? Is it 1000%? Chuggy yet. Orca
Building
counters stank
online.
chuggy giga. Orca doesn't counter giga.
Unit ready.
Oh, sorry, Orca doesn't counter chuggy is what I meant to say.
Infantry.
You're very you're very lucky if your Orcas are killing chuggies. Your opponent is playing wrong. You shouldn't be killing chuggy with Orca very often because chuggy should always have a massive squadron of lasers around it. Like chuggy will always come with about 3 laser squadrons. So you shouldn't really be beating chuggy with Orca. This is why I like the Mohawk. It's like the only way to beat chuggy first missile. Because otherwise the bikes just beat whatever you do.
Unit ready.
If they haven't got a stealth tank, Razorback Mohawk can beat a lot of things. Where do you think these missiles are going?
Nuclear weapon launched.
Okay, interesting. Do you think that's remotely where I told them to go?
Unit ready.
Well, the reign of Razorback is over, chat. Feels bad.
Unit lost.
Razorback needs to not die to a Phantom Volley, that's just too much. It's like fully impossible to get a Razorback away from a Phantom.
Unit enhanced.
Yeah, nice Giga.
Unit ready.
Nice Giga, J Brone. You thought I wouldn't push into your Phantom? You thought wrong.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit enhanced. Warhead cancelled.
There's also still the Razorback bug where it doesn't hurt things that are directly below it. That never got fixed.
Warhead launched.
Like, it's pretty hard to see it happening, but that never got fixed. Something that's directly below a Razorback, the Razorback doesn't hurt it.
Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1. New objective available. Building online.
Feels bad,
Unit
man.
ready.
Another... I mean, well, it's just the same matchup. He's gonna beat me because he's playing Slingshot Shock, which beats my deck.
Unit ready.
Rifleman awaiting orders. Let's get up. Lock and load. That'll blow up nicely.
Unit ready.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Marching order. Awaiting that'll. Let's go. It's a closing in. Lock and wait. Missile squad. Rifle. No pain. No. Listen. Ready. Job. Wait. Await. Missiles moving. Missile squad position. Awaiting order.
If my deck has no outs to Slingshot Shock, bro.
Ready to launch.
Like, I have the... This is the deck I have the highest win rate on GDI, so I'm playing it, but I do not win this matchup. This is a bad matchup for me. I cannot beat Slingshot Shock Trooper.
Splash that sucker. I am dangerous. I'm a maverick of the sky. Is it moving? Oh. Yes, coming strafing over.
Unit ready.
Ready to race.
Unit lost.
My only answer to Shock Trooper is Infantry, which loses to Shock. Oh, sorry, is Razorback, which loses to Sling. So my options are Rifles, which lose to Shock, and Razorback that loses to Sling. That's it.
Major
That's all that's in my
structural
deck.
damage received.
People here. Best people ready to Predator cannon loaded. Talk to me. Predator awaiting prey.
Sometimes you just lose deck lottery, and this is one of those times.
Yes, Commander. Let's get
Like, you're very rarely going to have a deck that has 100% good matchups, especially with GDI. His life.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit enhanced. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit enhanced. Warhead launched. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Come on, Raider Mohawk, let's go. Nope.
Unit enhanced. Unit ready.
Oh, now you Raider. With your brony.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost.
Just need more Mohawks, right? If one Mohawk isn't doing the job, just make 5 more.
Unit enhanced. Unit lost.
No! I almost had it.
Unit
What a
ready.
fucking hateful matchup.
Our base has been destroyed. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Pro stalling. The problem is that the deck doesn't beat Shocks. He's always going to make Shock as his 3rd unit. So how do I stall against that? If my outer Shock is an air unit and he makes Shock Sling, how do I stall?
Unit ready.
Ready to run and gun. Predator taking him down.
Unit ready.
Tank division. Predator can. Predator ready for action. Tank division.
I think a lot of Rivals players see Rivals as entirely like an RTS and forget about the deck building aspects of it.
Tank division.
So I think people are often like, oh, you just need to like play good, right? And it's like, well, no, it's a deck building game. Sometimes your deck is incapable of beating your opponent's deck. That's just the way it is. Like, there is obviously a skill element, but sometimes your deck just loses to their deck. Sometimes that is the way. Like, sometimes that's just how it is. Sometimes your deck loses to their deck. It doesn't matter if you play better than them. Sometimes your deck, like, as long as they play their deck reasonably,
Unit lost.
as long as they have some clue what they're doing, then they will beat you because their deck beats your deck.
Unit ready.
That happens in Rivals. That's part of a deck building game. It's called deck lottery, and I think people in Rivals forget about that a lot. People in Rivals often see it as an RTS when actually it is also a deck builder, and therefore is subject to some amount of deck lottery.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Tank division. People here with a Predator cannon loaded. Reporting.
Unit enhanced. Unit lost.
Pitbull looking for action. Pitbull in a dog fight. A fight. Pitbull. Predator awaiting prey. Blast them. Pitbull in a fight. Pitbull here. What up?
Unit lost.
Blast them. Moving out. Pitbull in a dog fight. Reporting. Pitbull ready for anything. Reporting. Pitbull here.
Unit enhanced.
Alright, let's ready. Predator. Blast them. Green light. Tank division.
Unit ready. Nuclear warhead launched. Objective complete.
Who's the- In
3.
30 minutes, Pablo. If I win for 30 minutes straight, I still won't beat Tiberium League.
Building online. Unit ready. Unit ready.
People looking for action. Blast them. Reporting. All right. People ready. People, all right. Pitbull in a dogfight. Blast them. Pitbull in a
Building
dogfight.
online. Unit ready.
Blast them. Pitbull ready for anything.
Unit ready.
All right, let's do this. Pitbull in a dogfight. All right, let's do this. A fight. Blast. Pedal to them. Moving up.
Unit ready.
Burning rubber.
Unit lost.
Reporting. People ready to fight.
Unit ready.
Pitbull in
Sniper team, send us in.
Unit lost.
Red, sniper team, lock.
blast them. People here, what up? Pitbull in a unit.
I actually kind of think there is like no number of losses where I'll give up, but there's definitely a number, but it's a lot higher than you guys think. That's for sure.
People ready to people here, what up? Pedal to the blast. Pitbull in a burning rubber. Blast them. Pedal to the metal.
Unit lost.
Blast them. Pitbull ready for under fire.
Nuclear missile launched.
Pitbull in unit under fire.
Unit ready.
Ready reporting. People, all right.
I really do miss playing Liang actually. I think Liang was really good, and it also just fit with the theming of GDI. Like you play these like tanky units that aren't squads, and then you get lots of value out of them, and then you heal them up. That was a cool thing to do with Liang. It's a shame that Liang, you know, the pad steals kind of ruined it for everyone.
Tank division. Armor moving out.
Unit ready.
What's he saving for? Inferno? I guess that makes sense. What do I have in my air tower?
Building
Hammerhead?
online.
That sounds pretty good against Inferno.
I'm on it. Tank division.
I'm offset.
Line them up. Predator.
Reporting. Dead.
Ready for action.
Unit ready.
Predator.
Unit
Oh, that's it.
enhanced.
Snipers are useless. Tuggy went near them for half a second. They're utterly worthless now.
Incoming. Unit lost.
Ready for
Ready.
easy picking.
Sniper team.
Line them up. Easy picking.
Warhead cancelled.
This Predator probably beats this laser, right?
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Bad.
Warhead
So many
cancelled.
misclick. Sad.
Unit ready.
I'm off. Ready for action. We've got this heading to position.
Hammer the horse locked in.
Warhead launched. Enemy base destroyed.
All because people weren't smart enough to put an anti-A on their back pad. There was more to it than that, great boy.
3, 2, 1. New objective received. Building online. Unit ready.
Why do I get, why do I get Stonewall every time I play snipers? So
Unit
sad,
ready.
man. So sad. Where are you going, Bike Squadron?
Pitbull in a dogfight. Blast. Pitbull in a dog. Blast them. Pitbull in a dogfight. Pitbull here, what up?
Unit ready.
Pitbull ready? Pitbull ready for anything.
Is that 2 harvesters?
Predator awaiting.
Blast them.
Tank division.
Okay.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Taking them down.
Sniper team.
Line them up.
We had Inferno as well, right?
Easy picking. Taking them
Unit ready.
rubber. Line tank rolling. Easy picking. Predator. Tank division. Predator. Ready for action.
Nuclear weapon launched. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Line them up.
Pitbull in a
Easy.
Sniper team. Reporting. Ready for action.
Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna make some more bites in this game. What do you think, chat? You think we're gonna see some more bites this game?
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Predator awaiting prey.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Line them up. We'll
Unit enhanced. Unit lost.
Predator cannon level. Pedal to the metal. Ready for action.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
People looking for action. My bike lap. All right, let's do this. Oh, without a
Warning. Enemy catalyst missile incoming.
gun it.
Unit lost.
Open.
Unit ready.
Pitbull in a dog fight.
He really didn't like that Pitbull apparently.
Missile squad moving. Pitbull ready.
That Pitbull specifically is the one that really pissed him off.
Sniper.
Ready to fight.
Reporting. Lock.
Unit enhanced. Missile launched.
Position.
Ready for anything.
Mission accomplished. Three, two,
Speaking of side by side, this is neutral zone, isn't it?
available.
You got it.
They're both pretty
Building
awful.
online. Unit ready. Unit ready.
All right, let's do this. My bike. People pedal to the people pedal to the metal. All right, let's do this.
What's up, Buzz? Gotta get Tib, man. Gotta get Tib with
Building
GDI.
online. Unit ready.
Squad here. Pitbull ready for
Nice.
anything.
This guy knows what he wants in life, and it's to kill my harvester with an MLRS. This dude fucks.
That'll blow up nice. People, my bike bigger than my ball.
Oh, dude, a Shatterer deck? Please no. Say it ain't so. Please no, chat.
Nuclear
Please no.
missile launched. Unit ready.
Shatterer MLRS on this map. What did I do to deserve this? Like, seriously, Mr. Algorithm, please. Please tell me.
Unit enhanced.
What did I do to deserve such hateful map selection? I wonder if I could kill this MLRS. Probably not, because I just misfired on the harvester. If I hadn't done that, I probably could have killed it. Yeah,
Unit
sad.
lost. Unit ready.
Alright, at least I'm gonna get the harvester kill.
Unit lost.
Now we can spam Predators.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Predator cannon loaded.
Unit ready.
Predator missile.
Ready for
Those are the units I care about the most.
Predator. Armor.
Where's the other MLRS? Ah, rip. There's an unfortunate place for it to have been.
Time to harvest.
Unit enhanced. Unit lost.
Predator. Ready for action. Predator cannon loaded. Tank
Can you even hit me if I go here?
Predator.
No. Right, GG.
Ready for action.
Nice! Deck. My G.
You are victorious.
2 FTL wins in a row, Dead Bob, after not being able to get any. Yo, good job, man.
Three, two, one. New objective received. Building online. Unit
You've watched some of the VOD but couldn't finish because no game sound? Wait, really? When I'm playing FTL, there should be game sound because I should have soundtrack running.
Unit ready.
We need to figure out how to do the thing with the Discord audio, but for other programs. I need to understand why Discord audio doesn't show up on VOD. Maybe I should ask Yo, since he works at Discord.
Building
I wonder
online.
if he'll have any idea.
Reporting.
I wonder if he'll have some insider information by working at Discord. Because if we could figure that out,
Ready.
that would be an important piece of the puzzle.
Awaiting order. Ready for action. Lock and load.
Unit lost. Warhead launched. Unit ready.
Burning rubber.
They're moving.
People ready to
Ready for
people ready to
sniper team.
What do we have in the end on that slug ship? It's the boarding one, right? It's the boarding one where you start with just a heal bomb.
Reporting.
I think we ended up with weapon spam strat. No, we had ions. We had ions plus a heavy laser.
Unit ready.
en route.
Yeah, we had ion weapons plus a heavy laser. And then we had boarding, of course, 'cause it's a boarding ship.
Blast the predator cannon load.
And we won by boarding the weaponry, as usual. And then killing it with ions plus a heavy laser.
Ready for action. Predator
Our ship was real powerful by the end. It wasn't a particularly difficult flagship fight, honestly.
Nuclear weapons launched.
Like we won by a reasonable margin.
Enemy base destroyed. Three, two, one. New objective available.
harvester
Yeah, I don't think I'll finish before Ice gets to wherever he's going.
Unit ready.
Design this missile myself.
Hi there. Yeah, what's up?
Moving.
What's up, friend?
Reporting from the front.
Unit ready.
I figure Missile Sniper beats his deck probably, so
Missiles forward. Missile squad.
what I'm gonna do.
Moving. Out. Awaiting missiles. Ready to launch. Missile squad, you got it.
Unit ready.
Diesel. Oh shit. Using that diesel.
Awaiting. Lock at missiles. Missile squad. Missile squad, you got it. Missile squad. Awaiting.
Ready for action.
Missiles ready to.
Let they don't stand.
Unit ready.
Missile squad reporting.
No half deck's traditionally not great against snipers.
They're in our skulls.
Missile squad forward.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Awaiting.
Report. I'm on it. They
Missiles ready to launch.
Unit lost.
Missile squad.
sniper team. They don't stand.
Missile squad, you got it. Awaiting. Let's go.
Unit ready.
They're in our skulls. Not
Missiles ready to launch. Missile moving. You got it.
Unit lost.
captain.
Unit ready.
Earshot. They will
Awaiting order.
Unit enhanced.
look and load.
If you're no half, how do you ever afford a Seth? That's crazy.
Sniper. I'm on it.
Building
That Seth was
online.
70, bro. That's gotta be like back-breaking for you.
We've got this. Moving.
People here with us. Missiles.
Ready for action.
Now what, he sends everything at the harvester because he's lost the missile?
Unit enhanced. Missile launched.
People in a dogfight. Pedal to the
Warning.
metal.
Our base is under attack.
Alright, let's do this. Alright, missiles ready moving. Out.
Am I rich enough yet to pull the harvester completely?
Unit lost.
Probably, right? I don't even need to make expensive units because the snipers are so good.
People ready for missile squad reporting. Reporting.
Ready. They
Missile squad. Lock. People in a dog.
harvester reporting.
Blast. Streamline. Pedal to the metal.
Unit ready.
ready. I'm on it.
People in burning rubber. Moving up. People here with us. People ready to fight.
Good map for me as well.
They're in our skulls.
Blast them.
Building online. Unit enhanced. Unit lost.
People ready for anything.
This game is such a great example of why you don't want to block with infantry forever.
Burning people ready to fight.
Just wondering if you can afford another drill pod, because that feels like the only thing. Yeah, there it is. Feels like the only thing that could beat me here.
Harvester reporting.
People here. You with you. People ready to fight. Blast them. Burning rubber. People here with us.
Nuclear missile launched.
Ready for anything.
Three, two, one. New objective received.
Harvester ready to collect.
Building online. Unit ready.
What kind of vehicular conveyance do you drive, Ice?
Unit ready.
Should we take bets on it, chat? Whoever gets closest gets 1,000 points. Ice, don't tell us yet. If you haven't already typed it, don't tell us yet. I want to give chat a
Our
chance to
base
guess.
is under attack.
Bearing in mind we have the clue that he uses diesel.
Unit ready.
Already filled up twice? Jeez.
And load. Moving up. Reporting. Ready. Sniper
Anyone else want to guess on what kind of car slash vehicle?
position.
People, head up.
Ready.
We've only got one guess so far.
Report moving to position. Ready. And
You the Jew.
keeping low. Ready for anything.
People here, what up?
Report move.
Blast. All right, let's do this.
Alright, that's 3. That's a pretty decent number of guesses. I'll give it. I'll leave the floor open for a little bit longer. See if anyone else wants to guess.
Clear shot.
Predator.
Ready for hit.
Predator cannon loaded.
Sniper team.
Tank taking him down.
Unit lost.
I guess it's Ghana.
Warhead launched. Unit ready.
Excellent Quasar.
Unit lost.
Very nice. Someone give Quasar 69 points. Well
Unit
deserved.
lost.
We'll always watch.
Unit enhanced.
I've had loads of guesses now. Do you wanna tell us now, Ice? I think we've had enough guesses. Whoever's closest, we'll give them 1,000 points.
Predator cannon. Tank division.
People here, what people? Moving out.
Unit enhanced.
Reporting.
Ready. Armor.
Lock.
One to five.
Sniper.
People in the W.
Unit ready.
Blast them.
Predator. Predator. Predator.
One to five. Head up. People ready for anything. Blast them. Hold it.
Ready for any moving to position.
Tank division. Tank roll.
Awaiting orders.
Ready for will rip through.
Report.
Predator. Will rip through.
Unit enhanced. Nuclear warhead launched.
Ford F-250. Alright, well I think it is hard to argue that anyone but Pablo is
Mission
closest,
accomplished.
since he said Ford F-150. I feel like it's safe to say that that's the closest. Hey, Ruin Co. Alright, now we've been playing snipers specifically to have outs to Ruin
New
Co.
objective available.
So let's see if it works.
Building online.
Not, I mean like shock sling. I want to be able to beat shock sling, and this sniper deck I think will be better against shock sling than what we were playing before. Although it's going to come down to like a predator mirror, which actually it doesn't have to be a predator mirror because I can play sniper missile.
Unit ready.
Niggas in my bar. Pitbull. Reporting.
Does he even have pitbull, or is he going to go straight into predator tank?
People ready to.
Straight into predator.
People here.
He goes straight into predator. I'll go missile because I wanna play missile. I wanna play missile sniper.
Reporting. People ready to bite.
Unit ready.
Pitbull ready for anything. Reporting. Awaiting people ready to bite. People here, my bite is bigger than my wall. Pitbull red green light.
Unit lost.
Report blast them. Pitbull in a dog fucking suit. Let's go.
Unit enhanced.
Mission lock, blast them. We're under fire. Keep them closing, moving out. Keep fight lock and mission. Condom keep the people. Head up. Pitbull in alright. Gun is mission.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Awaiting
Unit lost.
keep them closing in. That'll blow up.
Unit ready.
Let's get mission squad. Standing by. Lock and load. That'll blow up. Nice. Keep them closing in. Fight it.
Unit enhanced. Unit ready.
Got it. Mission squad. Keep them hell. Keep fighting. Keep them hell. Keep them hell.
A bit of lag here. Holy shit, a lot of lag in fact.
Unit lost.
Yeah, so this seems like a better matchup than the one we previously had. Where we just could not win at all.
Predator will rip through.
Awaiting. Ready. Taking them. Mission squad. That'll blow up. Nice.
Will rip through.
We also make his slingshot basically an irrelevant unit now, which is nice.
Unit ready.
Sniper team, send us in.
That'll Predator cannon loaded.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Lighten them up.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Gonna hit him. Armor move.
Position complete.
Unit ready. ready.
Ready for action. I'm on it.
Unit enhanced.
Couldn't have moved my sniper there. Oh, nice. That wasn't too late.
Unit lost.
Ah, sad. The Hawker killed my dogs. I almost got them to the. I almost got them onto the top, and they would have been fine. Sadly
Major
not.
structural damage received. Unit lost. Unit ready.
They're down.
People here block and love.
Did we get the other one? I don't remember. I don't know.
I hear you. Can't do that.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Both blades moving out. Hold it. You the Jeep, we're under fire.
No.
I'll hammer them. I'll hammer them.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Missiles prime. Hold up.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
I'll hammer them. Keep fight moving. Oh. I got it, dude. Keep them happy.
Unit ready.
Here's people ready to burn and rubber. Oh, we need some people moving up. That'll go.
That looking great for me here, honestly. I kind of need
Ready to launch.
Unit lost.
That'll go. Why is the biggest squad? We need confirmation.
Unit
I
lost.
need like Gren. I need like sniper Gren in this match.
Moving out. Reporting.
Unit enhanced.
Missiles prime. Missiles prime.
Come on. Double ball,
Unit
please.
lost.
Another one? Dude, how much money does he have?
Unit
You'd think he wouldn't have this much money. It's kind of nuts. Given that, like,
Unit lost. Unit lost.
he wasn't really winning. I'm surprised he has so much money. Alright, still couldn't win it. Feels bad, man. How did he make like 4 Borkers though? I'm really surprised he had the money for that. It's gonna be real hard to climb though. Like if every time I lose to him I lose 20 medals. I have to win 2 more games.
3, 2.
We're like 5 hours 10 minutes into the GDI tip grind now.
Building online. Unit ready.
Move, move.
That's probably looking at about 6 hours now to get GDI tip.
Unit ready.
We've got this. Hoo-ah! Hoo-ah!
Unit ready.
It sucks that he like cheats with the other faction as well. He doesn't even. I don't even get medals when I beat. Like if I beat him, I don't get good medals because it's the other faction that he cheated with.
Riflemen ready to
Unit lost. Building online.
copy that.
Unit lost. Unit
At least
ready.
Gunshark had the common courtesy to play the faction he scummed with, so that people can get medals out beating him.
Unit ready.
You can be my wing. Not best in the business.
Unit lost. Nuclear warhead launched.
You can be my wingman. Let's give him the bird.
Unit ready.
Tank division awaits
Razorback.
Unit
I'm
lost.
a maverick of the sky.
Unit ready.
You can be easy. Awaiting flash. You gotta hit him hard. Let's go. Rip him. Take red. Taking him.
Unit enhanced.
Best in the fight them up. Going bullet train. Easy pick. Hold on to your
Unit ready. Unit lost.
wonderful. Easy pick. Doc, you can be the squad with Razorback. Ready. I'm a squad. Standing by. Harness. Not gonna make it. Splash. Under five. Yes, Commander. Target in money. Let's give him the bird.
Unit ready.
People looking for action. Engaging the enemy. You can be people here. A predator. Tank. Run it. Pedal to the metal.
Unit enhanced.
Wow, wow, wow. We're Pitbull in a dog fight. Fight.
Warhead launched. Enemy base destroyed. Three, two, one. New objective available.
Crystals are calling.
Building online. Unit ready.
Ready for action.
what the fuel cost guess is. I suspect it would be...
Unit ready.
There'll be some people in chat who understand the... who will roughly know the size of the tank, right? They could probably figure it out
Unit ready.
now that we know the make. But I'm interested to see if anyone gets it. I'm willing to give points if people get it again.
Unit ready.
It's an entertaining idea. Shouldn't he be charging with no harm?
Unit lost. Building online. Unit ready.
Actually, weird though this might be the same chat, I kind of miss playing Titan as well. Kind of miss the Titan deck.
Unit lost. Nuclear weapon launched. Unit lost.
And you think I'm reckless? Strafing, taking a lock on me.
Unit ready.
Strafing over. Fire! I've got two ducks. I am
Unit ready.
Gunships cannons loaded. Splash that. Yes, Commander.
Unit ready.
Razorback, you kill me. Get up. Going ballistic. Strafing, blade. Take out. I am. Oh, now to splash that sucker.
Unit enhanced.
Copy that.
Nom 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 nom. Boosted Razorback is kind of like old Razorback, right? It kills lasers only taking 2 hits, like lasers and missiles.
To the danger zone.
So you can boost a Razorback and just shove it into lasers. Like you used to be able to do with OP Razorback.
Missile launched.
Whew.
Unit lost. Objective complete. 3, 2, 1. New objective received.
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to accept any guess that's within $10 of a previous
Building
guess.
online. Unit ready.
How's that? You have to have at least a $10 margin. Maybe like a $5 margin? I don't know.
Moving out.
Some dollar margin. Don't just guess $1 higher. So dumb.
Unit ready.
Closest, yeah, we could do that. You could do closest without going over. That's another way of doing it.
Unit lost.
Even that still screws like following going 151, right?
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Alright, thanks for hanging out with Waffle.
Unit lost.
Yeah, he's already got the bite. Run away! I'm just gonna get the Mongol.
Unit ready. Unit
This
lost.
Razorback deck
Unit
with the
ready.
Mohawk used to be so strong. It's kind of funny that I'm playing it again, because it's basically the exact same deck I used to play when Razorback was busted. It's just worse. It's just the same deck, just worse.
Unit ready. Nuclear warhead launched. Unit ready.
Although, did I play Pred and Mohawk? I don't remember if I did.
Building online.
Possible I didn't play this exact build. I feel like it was similar though, almost exactly
Unit
this.
lost.
For sure, if you make the Predator a Titan, that was just the deck. No wait, Hammerhead. I have Hammerhead.
Unit ready.
Never mind, chat. I don't want to fight a Scorpion tank.
Unit enhanced. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Oh, I've really thrown a lot of money down the drain this game.
Unit lost.
I wonder if I can recover from throwing that much cash away.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Looks like I can't recover this missile. Oh, hang on. Not quite dead yet.
Launched.
Oh, I won. Wow, how did that Banshee not get there in time?
Unit lost. You are victorious. New objective available. Building online. Unit ready.
Got it. Ready for action. Unit ready.
Why don't you just do me a solid, Trolloween, and give him 1,000 points?
Move. Rifleman ready. No.
Come on, man. I've been playing GDI for like 5 hours, 24 minutes. Just, you know, give me a break.
Mission squad standing by.
Report. Unit ready.
Does it feel bad? Well, you know, it's fine. You didn't win. You got your prize in error. Just send it over. It's no biggie.
I'm a maverick. Yes, let's keep 5 minutes.
Yo, I hope this guy is also not also playing cock swing.
Unit
That would be sad.
Yes, Commander.
For the pitbull, that's a good sign.
Strafing targets. Rifleman. Razorback ready to strafe.
Unit lost.
Flash engaging the enemy. Target in my sight. Hey, whose side are you on?
A Talon, an excellent sign. You're not playing pitbull, Talon, and shot. And oh, sorry, and sling. That'd be insane.
Rip them up.
Unit nuclear missile launched.
Strafing target.
Building online.
Get the pred. The number of times I break my own like rules with tips is insane. Like I always tell people, don't build a building until you're building a unit from it, because it's just a waste of money. And then the number of times I just build the building before I'm building the unit.
Crystals are calling.
And it's not even, I'm not even gonna sit here and pretend it's like, oh well, you know, once you're more experienced, you can know when to do the things. I'm just playing bad. Like just straight up, it's wrong what I'm doing. I should not be doing it. I should be waiting. I should be waiting until I build from the building to build it. Otherwise, it's just a mistake. I'm not gonna claim some moral high ground here. It is just wrong. I'm just making misplays when I do it.
Missile launched.
Or going double pitbull after dog versus dog. That one was specific to the fucking, you know, this right here is the difference between Quasar and Agent. Agent would have waited until I was 1 or 2 games away and then specifically queued into me with a counter deck and beaten me.
3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Crystals are calling.
I don't really understand why
Building
people
online.
were so keen on Agent. Like, he was very good at the game, sure, but he was a very nasty person. Like,
Unit ready.
maybe not like very nasty, but he was kind of an asshole. I'm still reasonably convinced he was a kid, so I like kind of let him get away with it. If I'd thought he was an adult, I would have called him out way more for his actions, because the way he acted was like not cool 99% of the time. But I was like, he's just a dumb kid, so what are you gonna do?
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Infantry ready.
Unit ready.
Got this. Move out.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Orders received.
Okay, maybe you are like him,
Building
Quasar.
online. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Yes, gunships, cannons loaded. Best in the infantry. Talk to me. Take firing.
Unit lost.
What's up with the Venom? Has he gone Venom because he saw the Razorback and he thought I was gonna follow up with Missile? Shouldn't preempt, man. This is why you shouldn't preempt.
Unit ready.
He's like preempted the Venom, and now I just don't have the Missile. I guess maybe with the Banshee he doesn't care as much. No, the Banshee ain't good. I don't think the Banshee saves the day. Oh, we got a tank. Okay, never mind. I'm the one who's in the wrong here, chat.
Unit lost.
He's got me covered. He's got me covered with that tank. No missile, shoot the tank! Shoot the tank missiles! Bruh!
Nuclear weapon
Okay, it's fine, the pit will won.
Unit lost.
Ah,
Unit ready. Unit
I'm so
lost.
tired, chat. This is 5 hours, 31 minutes of grinding to Tib with GDI.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Best in the talk to me. To the strafing.
How many times have I played Strata Saga today?
Flash that sucker.
It feels like I've played this guy like 30 times or something insane.
Unit ready.
Taking her there.
People here, what up? I'm a man.
Unit lost.
You can be my wingman. Going ballistic.
Unit
Is
ready.
Mohawk better than Predator here?
Unit
I
lost.
actually don't know.
Unit enhanced.
I think it's. I don't know, man. They both lose to the Banshee. The Predator. Why have I gone Predator? Oh, bro. Why did I click Predator? I was saying Predator too many times. Alright, it's okay. It didn't punish me. It didn't punish me.
Enemy base destroyed.
Boom. There it is. It was a rough road. Quasar surrendered to me a couple of games ago, which, you know, it was unideal, but what are you going to do? Double Tib, day 2. I am by far the highest ranked legitimate player. I'm rank 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Did this guy cheat? Yeah, he cheated. Where's the first non-cheat? Is it VK77? Yes, I believe this is the highest ranked person who is not a cheat. VK77 is 7th with 600 medals less than me. 600 medals less. I have 600 medals more than the guy in 2nd. How can you tell? Because he has 3,700 medals, but it says he's in Masters 3. He also has 0 GDI wins this season, but is in Tib. And VK abuses in Masters. Oh, really? So the second highest ranked player is... Yep, you're right. Second highest ranked player is CM Abuser. At least on GDI, doesn't do it on Nod. So is it Heroin? Did he cheat? Yep. Buick, I think, did not. Buick, I think, Buick is legit. Okay, this guy does not CM abuse. Buick does not CM abuse, did not use the cheat. This is the highest ranked legitimate player below me. At rank 9 with 6,700 medals. Wow. Alright. Not a lot to say there. That was a grind. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I suspect this will be multiple videos because it was 5.5 hours. It might be more than, like, normally I do 2 for my nod, but the nod is quicker. This time around, you guys might just be watching me playing ladder for like the next week. In fact, this will probably be the last video that comes out. So actually, you won't be watching me play ladder. This is in the future for me. You'll be watching me play ladder, but for you, this will be the end if you're on YouTube. So I hope you really like ladder, because probably just going to be a boatload of ladder. You've probably just watched a boatload of ladder this weekend. Anyway, I'm kind of losing the will to live here. I'm struggling pretty hard to come up with anything smart to say after that grind. So I'm just gonna call it and say I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.